Talking about how bad I treat you. Now tell me I'm wrong. What's up, Kaimon? Ramsey Dewey. Oh no, it's Ramsey Salime. Ramsey Salime. Or Simon. Man, I am blind. Simon. Hey, I'm rocking the rash guard tonight. Remember, the Mexican martial arts ain't about color. It's the way you think and the way you live. Remember that. Did you even know that we have rash guards? Did you even know that? Do we got any rollers out there? Any BJJ artists? We got rash guards. Someone forgot to tell you or what? Ramsey Saime. Billy Caimon is always first. Always first. The first baseman right here. Marloca. We undefeated at reasonable hours during EST times. During reasonable hours. What's happening? Go Raiders. What's happening? Yuri McFlurry, what's up, GM, and everyone in the chat? We're doing good. I'm gonna learn Pig Latin. I'm gonna start talking in code. I'm gonna start making like Zodiac style type of like hieroglyphic. I'm gonna be making my videos in hieroglyphic speak from now on. So that Charles Sonnen can't steal my content. I gotta figure out how to interact with you in ways that Charles Sonnen won't understand. He's watching right now. If I didn't know any better, I would think that Charles Sonnen was Caimon. I apologize, Caimon. I apologize. How dare I? I didn't mean to say that. I'm frustrated. I'm just saying. I feel like he's got sleeper cells in my chat. But I know it's not Caimon. I shouldn't have said that. I only share this with you to let you know that I'm on to you, Charles Son. And I know you got people. I know you got eyes on me. Herb Green, Mexican BJ Penn, Stas Fool. BJ Penn. The Fallen. Oh, no, I don't disrespect BJ Penn. Oh, I definitely don't disrespect BJ Penn. You're literally the first person to ever pronounce my last name right. Hey, for real? Show! Ramsey Saime! How do people not get that right? What do they think it is? That's crazy. That makes me feel good. I can't let you get close. Oh, no! I sneak into BJ Penn's house and rearrange his socks when he's out of town. Oh, man. It's James Rivera. You know he's got burners out there. What's up, Tarito? BJ Penn definitely need a cool 2-3 mil from Dana and Chael. Seems like Charlie has gotten too close. I can understand the confusion. I do have the second biggest arms in Wesleyan, Oregon. Hey, look, I have some news I want to share with you, but I'm going to wait till we get 2,500 people in here. I'm going to wait till they show up. There's a new development. Look, and he's got me painted into a corner. Charles Sonnen has Bob Rossed me. Leon Enriquez, papi, relax, we love you. Llevo un rato viéndote, tu chido abajo, mi hermano. Oh, I'm blind. We love you. Llevo un rato viéndote, está chido tu viaje, hermano. Hey, soy un pocho. Soy un pochito. Hold up. Let me go to Google Trans. To travel, where you want me to go? I take a note from you. I ask you to travel, brother. Where do you want me to travel to? Are we going on vacation? Thank you, Leon. Thank you, Leon. Where are we going? Where are we going? Are you paying? I appreciate you, Leon. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, I'm up for a road trip. Where are we going? South Park. No, I don't think I've ever in my life even watched an episode of South Park. What's going on with South Park? Connor can't stop staring at Connor's frijoles. Hey, did you hear that Conor McGregor starred in that new movie Uncut Gems Part 2? Mona Kenny. Been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. Been a while, but I can't stay. I have Chinese on me. Hey. Oh, have Chinese on me. I was like, hey, I say less words. Don't say as many words. I get it. I was going to say, don't let that Chinese get cold. Thank you. Thank you, Mona Kenny. I will have Chinese on you. Tarrito Rufles, Gran Maestro, where's the Spanish channels? Wanna know. What? Gran Maestro, where's the Spanish channels? Wanna know. Hey, do you guys remember I actually had a Spanish channel? I started a Mexican martial arts channel in Spanish, and I had some dude on Fiverr.com translate it. And he was saying it in Spanish. It was crazy. It was pretty cool. But it didn't like go get any kind of traction. I was like, I can't keep paying this fool to do this because it wasn't doing anything. I've been watching you a long time, my brother. Thank you, Leon. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for riding with me. South Park episode was amazing. Maybe I'll check it out finally. Yeah, I looked up Google Trans and yeah, I had to buy a new computer. Oh, so what I was trying to say was Chale's son and basically Bob Rossed me. He painted me into that corner because he's being, and we almost have 2,500 people in the chat right now. So I'm gonna get to my point right now. He keeps stealing my content. He keeps biting on me. Every time I say something, next day he makes a video and he's saying the same stuff. Now look. I know this one might be a little bit coincidental. And maybe it's just me. Maybe this is like when me and the Ridge Wallet cut ties and separated and decided not to re-up. Because they didn't want to give me equity in the company. And then they started running ads saying it's like other wallets, but better. And I was like, Excuse me? Do you guys remember that? They started running ads saying it's like other wallets, but better. Did you guys forget about that? And I emailed them. I was like, in parentheses, scratching my beanie right now. Did you fools really run ads that say it's like other wallets, but better? After we cut ties? Am I getting royalties for this? And they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? People say this all the time. So, maybe it's just multiple, maybe different people could do the same kinds of things, and they're all somehow one way or another interrelated with me, It's always coincidental, of course. And, I mean, our contract or whatever, our term, it ran out. And then when it came up if we were going to do it again or not, and I was like, oh, this is what the terms you want me to do it under? Yeah.
Thanks for the sub.
It was a $20 to show up, $20 to win kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? After I pay my fight camp and whatnot, after I pay for my editing softwares and my this and that, it's like, doesn't make any sense. And what I've been trying to say for the last 18 minutes, and I've only been streaming for 14, so you figure that one out. Charles Sonne has painted me to a corner because he keeps lifting my content. He keeps biting on me. But if I spend every single video talking about it, all I'm going to sound like is a big complainer. It's going to be that Dana White privilege all over again. I can't have every single one of my videos talking about how Charles Sonne is stealing from me. And he knows that I can't do that. So he's going to keep stealing my content on a bigger platform, more subscribers, more views. I'm fully shadow banned. And no one's ever going to know. No one's ever going to know that he's stealing from me unless I keep crying about it. And I can't do that. Because I'm going to be the fool who cried Chale. And nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear tears. Tarito Rufles, no puedo ser. Even Rigged Wallet is the rigged wallet is stealing from you. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think if I had to take a guess, Michael Fury. If I had to take a guess, if I absolutely had to take a guess, I would say they see me. They scope the likeness. You know what I'm saying? They scope the likeness. You know? I'm like one of those dudes. They Bob Rossed me. You know? I'm one of those dudes. It's like when you watch one of those episodes of Law and Order and they're trying to bust a black dude. And they're like, what are you going to do? You know they're going to think it's you. You think they're going to believe you over us? It's always you. And I think that's what's going on right here with Charles Sonne. With the rigged wallet. I like that, bro. I like that, Tarito, the rigged wallet. With YouTube, the platform as a whole, with whoever it is, with Daniel Comer. They see me, they scope the likeness, and they're like, what are you going to do, bro? You probably already got 2 strikes. You better stay quiet, or we're going to call ICE. You better keep quiet. 3 strikes, you're out. We're going to go knock on YouTube's door. You better chill out, homie. They're threatening me. They see the likeness, and they're like, if it's our word, you know, Chael comes up, he combs his hair and everything, puts on his Elvis glasses, and he's like, are they going to take my word or are they going to take this fool's word? With the beanie walking into the courtroom, who are they going to listen to? And I got to say, I know what the answer is. I already know how I'm going to be judged. I already know it's an uphill battle for me. It's just prejudice. They know they could get away with it. I'm being brown-mailed. I am being brown-mailed. Let's see how long it takes you fools to use that one. July 25th, 2025. The Grandmaster is being brown-mailed. Let me tell you something. Again, this one may seem like a little bit of a stretch. I understand that. But in light of everything that's happened over the last few weeks, especially yesterday, it didn't seem like a coincidence to me. Now, if you've been keeping up to date with this saga, you already know. I mean, again, this wasn't normal everyday MMA type of speak. I was talking specifically about soap operas. I was talking about Days of Our Lives, As the World Turns, The Young and the Restless. I was talking about watching them with my grandma when I was a little kid. DC, Daniel Comer and Charles Sonne start talking about it like the next day on their show. The Good Guy and the Bad Guy. They start specifically talking about Days of Our Lives and watching soap operas with their grandma and equating that to the heavyweight division like I had just done. That's not normal MMA conversation. Days of Our Lives? Talking about grandmas? That's very Pacific. And then all the other things, like I was talking about Andrew Tate fighting and then Paul Felder's breaking that down. I was talking about John McCain and cockfighting, and then Dominic Cruz starts talking about that. They got their eyes on my channel. All these fools got together and shadow banned me. I remember when I first ever heard the Turtles singing, "Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song." I heard them. I thought they wrote that song. And then I remember years later, I heard Bob Dylan singing, "Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy, and there is no place I'm going to." And I was like, that fool's a biter. Why does everyone like this dude so much? He's the greatest songwriter of all time. Why he's stealing the song? I said the Turtles. I meant the Birds. Why is he stealing songs from the Birds? That was a Bob Dylan song. The Birds were out there like Tony Ferguson talking about Dana White privilege, and they didn't know that Bob Dylan was right here. I thought that was a Bird song. It was Bob Dylan's. They all got together, shadow banned me. No one's ever going to know where all these things originate from, except the 80 people I got here right now. And I better not talk about it. I better not say anything about it, because then I'm a complainer. And nobody wants to hear complaining. So here everybody. Take all of my ideas. Take it away. Have your way with my ideas. Ravage my IP. Take it. Have your way with my ideas. I'm not fighting back anymore. Have your way with my channel. At least the world will enjoy what I have to say, no matter what avenue it may burst forth from. Absolutely, Bob Dylan's one of my heroes. So let me tell you what I was talking about today. If you've been keeping up, you've been hearing him say time after time things that I said first on this channel. And then the other day, it was crazy. The other day was like the craziest one. Do I still have it in here, or did I take it out? The other day, I showed you this one right here. I showed you how I made a short and I put it live a little past midnight on July 24th. Dustin Gaethje is bluffing. A little past midnight on July 24th. At about 8 in the morning on July 24th, about 8 hours later, he uploads Dustin Gaethje's not bluffing. And he has an Illuminati hand symbol covering his mouth right there. Smug, cocky, laughing, smirking at me. Hiding behind that hand. Thank you, Hydo. I'm telling you, I'm shadow banned. The Illuminati of the MMA analyst community has gotten together and shadow banned me so they could take my ideas without recourse. But they will. They will experience the repercussions. I have contacted my public defender. So the other day this came out. I put Dustin Gaethje is bluffing. 8 hours later, Dustin Gaethje's not bluffing. He's smirking, smiling, covering it with that Illuminati hand symbol. And I thought, you know what? That's it. That's it. Suddenly, I'm feeling litigious, right? Right? I keep messing up all my photos right here, right? Okay. So I go to sleep, right? And I don't get into my REM cycle last night. So I already wake up cranky. So I wake up this morning. I look at my phone. And now again, look. I know in any other situation, this would seem like a stretch. This would seem like an overreach. This would seem like an overreaction, right? But this situation is different. So I would like you to look over right here. This is something that I've been using the last few days, right? Breaking news, right? I have been using this the last few days. This is very new. I just started doing this in the midst of this chale sun and storm, right? I just barely started using this to talk about my daily news, right? Breaking news. We all know what happened with Hulk Hogan last night. And I took it out. Dang it. You know what? For the sake of I have to show you, because it was literally here yesterday, and I was trying to delete stuff to clear some space before I went live right now, but I have to show you this, even though it's going to take a few moments, because it's just going to be more legitimate this way. You'll remember I used this photo yesterday. Breaking news: Hulk Hogan retires from Earth. Hulkamania running wild in heaven. Remember that? See that photo right there? I used that yesterday. Okay? Okay, that's all you need to see right now. Today, I wake up and I see this. Oh. Breaking news. And I don't even want to read the second part because I believe it's disrespectful. I'm not even going to read it because it's disrespectful. The nerve to write something like this. Now, people, there were some people, not a lot of them, because most people got it. Most people were on the same wavelength right there with me. But when I made that video of Ben Askren, I did it in good spirit, you know? Ben Askren came to. He was joking about his situation. He was in good spirits. He was joking. He was feeling good. And I was poking a little bit of fun at the situation for some levity, lightheartedness. Not a single joke against Ben Askren himself. And there were people upset about that even. And I was saying, you fools are crazy. I love Ben Askren. What, the way he's talking about Hogan right here, Charles Sonnen better hope. He better hope I don't see him out. He better hope I don't see him out on the streets. I don't see him at CVS. I don't see him at Forever 21. I don't see him at Chipotle. He better hope. Because it's on site. The disrespect of him talking. But even aside from that, the disrespect in general. Breaking news. Breaking news. 3 layers of disrespect in this video. Breaking news. He continues to blatantly steal my content, my ideas, my influence. The second thing, the way he talks about the legend Hulk Hogan right here. And the third thing, he has an ad at the beginning of this video. He has an ad, and I'm not talking about a Google ad, whatever. Those pop up. There's even been times when I've turned off ads on videos, and YouTube still runs ads, and they just keep all the money and don't give me any money. It's crazy. But he actually sat there and talked about a product on this video about Hulk Hogan. He's shameless. Jairo Ruiz, you've been live for 20 minutes and I didn't get one notification. I just tuned in. Okay, I saw that a little bit ago. Again, I'm shadow banned. They're all on the same team. Charles Sonnen, Daniel Comer, Dana White Power, Dominic Cruz, Paul Felder, Ariel Helwani. They're all a part of the same team. Luke Thomas, Megan O'Leary, they're all a part of the same team to silence me. John Anik, Lil Nas X, they're all in that same pool of degenerates with the Illuminati in their pockets. I'm telling you, these individuals are out here in their cargo shorts. I said it before. These people are out here in cargo shorts because they need more and more and more pockets. They need more pockets to hold every... They got too many people in their pockets. They need more pockets. Some of them are wearing cargo pants. Eric Melton, Keep doing what you do. You're funny, bro. Thank you. The real ones know, bro. Thank you, Eric Melton. Thank you. Thank you, Am. Does anyone call you Am? What's up, Am? Thank you, Eric Melton. I really appreciate you. It's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating. I almost didn't go live today. I was in such a bad mood today. I was in such a bad mood. And I was looking at the UFC news and I was like, there's not even anything going on. I'm going to have to talk about Robert Whitaker and Reindeer Ronaldo, whatever the heck that I can't ever remember that fool's name. Bo Nickel got ran over by a reindeer. I was frustrated today. I was in a bad mood. I appreciate it, Eric Melton. I tried real hard to get here today. Oh, I know that pain, Billy the Kidder. I know that pain. Angela Ramirez, what's up? It's blatant. It is blatant. Tarinto Ruthless, Grandmaster, it's time to set up a trap and catch them red-handed, or in this case, brown-handed. They think they could steal, but as a wise man said, wanna now. Wait, what is it? Wanna now. Wanna now. Wanna know. Wanna now. What the heck? Tripping me up. What the? Oh, you're talking about that's you're talking about Vanderlei. I'm so dumb. Ay, ay, ay. I feel like a boomer. Herb Green. Charlie. Man. That's what's up, Philip. Bro, Dennis, bro. Everyone knows. Wait. Everyone knows GM came up with breaking news instead of training technique. Ancient Chinese secret. We all know some people at the funeral were expecting him to hook up one last time. Man, I wish, man. Philip didn't get a notification either. All right. So I just wanted to show you that. So it's not just me then. Because I thought maybe I was overreacting. I was like, okay, a lot of people use terms like breaking news. But in this context, it felt quite a bit different. And I thought, I have to ask. I have to try to get my beanie on the pulse of the public opinion. And I guess I was not overreacting. And I think I do need to set up a sort of trap like those people when they put like little bombs in the packages. When people keep stealing their packages, I need to figure something out. I need to figure something like that out. Hey, Beto, last night after the stream, I just wanted to get out of the house and drive a few blocks. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. Some people might think this is super, super, super silly and super foolish. But that, I get that. Because to you, some things are important that wouldn't be to me. And to me, some things are important that wouldn't be to you. I can't even explain to you how important Hulk Hogan was to me. And as silly as it sounds, there's so much going on in my life right now with the move, the upcoming move, and work and different stuff I'm trying to get taken care of. I didn't really have time to process like how upset I was about that, and I still haven't, because things have just been moving so fast for like weeks now. Same thing with John MacArthur. Like certain things, like they hit so hard. I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I heard that John MacArthur passed away, and then when I heard that Hulk Hogan passed away, I actively thought, okay, in like a week or two, that's when I'm gonna let it hit me, and I'm gonna get emotional, and that's when I'm gonna really feel it. I can't right now. I feel kind of numb right now. Because like I said, I don't want to go into the whole story, but some of you know I'm on the brink of a possible move and lots of things that are having to get mixed up in my life because of different things. And I had this friend when I was in high school. She lost her dad. And I remember her mom got a lot of criticism because when he passed away, she wasn't like crying at all. And they were like, what's wrong with her? She's heartless. She doesn't care. And my friend told me she's been crying for the last 5 years while he's been sick. She's like numb now. She's all cried out. And that I was like, dang, that's heavy. So anyway, last night I kind of just wanted to feel it a little bit, you know. And I went for a drive. I went to get Carl's Jr. And I cranked it and I put it on my phone and I had all the windows down. I just wanted to honor the dude, you know? And I just wanted the town to just hear it. I cranked it. Dun, 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 when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. And I played it on loop. And I kept playing it and playing it. That's the only thing I played all the way to Carl's Jr. and all the way back. And I cranked it. I just wanted it to echo through the city. You know, I just wanted him to be remembered. I pushed it right from the start so I wouldn't have to keep messing with my phone. I put it on loop and I was like, I want him to live on, you know? And I wanted other people to hear it and be like, yeah. It's just dudes like that are just so larger than life. You know, they entertain you. They make you feel strong. They make you get motivated to do your own things. It's more than words can explain. And it definitely has been a bummer. Oh! Hey, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Ravi Udin. Ravi Udin just dropped 70 big ones. 7-0 in the PayPal. I'm talking about that instant money. Instant, like in the bank tonight kind of money. Ravi Udin. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Very generous of you. I appreciate that. I See, I almost didn't go live today because I was bummed out. People coming through. Thank you, Herb Green. I appreciate you. That's all I could do. I said it a while back. Yeah, maybe I can't be the best at that or the, number one in this or that, but it sounds cheesy, but I'm the best at being me. I'll just be me. That's all I could do while I'm here. Grandmaster, would you leg drop Hulk in his casket if he asked you to? Although, could you share a good memory of the greatest American promo or from the greatest American promo or match? From the greatest American promo or match. If he asked me to, I could. It makes me feel sick in my stomach. But if he asked me to, I could. Cause I would keep my word to that dude. I would honor something like that. As sick as it makes me feel. And he was solid for that, man. I remember I used to wrestle like crazy when I was a little kid with cousins and stuff like that. And the leg drops are serious. Like, have you ever done a leg drop? Like, not on a mattress? Have you ever done one? And then you just feel your, what's it called? Your tailbone just get pushed up a little further and further every time. I used to be 6 inches taller. And I think the same thing happened with Hulk Hogan. At the beginning of his career, remember, he was 6'8". He was 6'8". 6'8". They reported it the other day after, they have to go through the whole thing. He was 5'10". He went from 6'8" to 5'10" because the leg drop. It's like hitting a nail. Like hitting a nail with a hammer. Just bing, bing, bing. Every time a little bit, that tailbone goes in. Bing, bing. So that was savage. That leg drop was savage. That big foot to the face, that was cool. And then the leg drop, man, that don't play around. A good memory, you know what? To be honest with you, I don't really understand it, because when people have been asking like the best memories, I've been watching different videos and different people trying to honor him and remember him and talk about what's their best fight, what's their best memory, best moment. And for me, I remember, and I'm trying to see if I got all my facts together right here. I guess it was I definitely, for me, it's the career as a whole. I can't possibly say that one, because I love just as a whole. I almost feel like it's disrespectful to pick just one moment. But the one that immediately came to my mind, and I was like, did I make that up? So I Googled it right now. I remember when I was a little kid seeing I believe it was pay-per-view, right? Seeing it live, the pay-per-view, and all my cousins and stuff came over. It was the event in 1993, WrestleMania 9 at the Caesars Palace, when he fought Yokozuna. And I think he even had a tag match or something, didn't he? With Brutus the Barber Beefcake or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But that Caesar's Palace, that, man, I have some good memories from that. I just remember the excitement and being there with family and stuff, watching that. I remember Crush and Doink fought at that event. I loved that match too. But just like everything, the overall, just as a whole. Yeah, he compressed his spine. And that's the same thing that I did. I was lifting heavy since I was like young. And I used to do the leg press like, I used to do the leg press like stupid when I was in high school. And I know that messed me up. I started when I was a freshman right away on the leg press. Stupid weight. Yes, I would appreciate it if you wouldn't be a freeloader, and if you would like the video. It would help me very much with the algorithm. And I do want to talk about what I came to talk about today. I want to talk about BJ Penn. BJ Penn is asking Dana White for help. He's losing everything he's worked for. I don't know if you saw the video with BJ Penn. It's disturbing. And I feel very, very bad for him. And I don't know if you've looked in. There's so many. there's so many different things going on with him right now. It's so messy, and it's been stretched out over a long period of time. He's basically been removed from his own home. The home that he grew up in. This isn't a dude. I mean, we see fighters that they come to the UFC from different countries. They build their life in the UFC. They win a title, whatever. They have some pay-per-view events. They make money, and they ditch their country, and now they have a house in LA. They buy some land in the Midwest or something like that. They come to the United States, and they roll up here. And we all know, and I say it all the time, we all know that Hawaii is its own country. Hawaii is not a part of the United. I mean, we try to be nice, but we know it's its own country. Have you ever been to, and I'm not trying to be messed up. I'm not trying to be racial or nothing like that. And if some of you are in here, then you better not act offended, because you know I'm telling you the truth right here. Don't you dare. Have you ever been onto like a Native American reservation? I have. And there's a feeling like at any second you're going to die. Have any of you ever been on a legitimate, actual Indian reservation? Native American reservation? It's like Wild Wild West, no pun intended. No laws, it's crazy. It feels like, okay, I've never felt that way in my life before. It was eerie. It's like you're on a different planet. I'm not playing around. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be humorous. I have never felt like that in my life. Usually I think a lot of us have this thing about us where we know where we live. We know what the expectation is. We know what the laws are. We kind of already know what's what. And if anybody goes outside those boundaries, we know what's within our rights to do to protect ourselves. We know we have a certain amount of safety. We're in a kind of invisible bubble, right? Does casinos count? Kind of. You're close. If you're at the casino, you're close. But at the Native American reservation, that doesn't exist. There are no laws. There are no expectations. Anything could happen. And one of the times when I was there, one of the dudes was actually on the run because he killed one of his homies that actually lives on the reservation. And he was still armed, and other dudes were trying to carry out some vigilante justice. And I was with the dude where I kind of overheard what was happening. And then when I started to put it together and I asked him, he's like, oh yeah, that's just Freddie. Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, he always does stuff like that. And then he starts talking about his car again. And I was like, excuse me? That's how Hawaii is. It's the same thing. It's its own entity. And they're doing BJ Penn dirty. Oh, I do too. Anytime I've ever had any kind of interactions with those dudes, they were crazy cool and down to earth and mellow. But being on that land freaked me out. The people themselves were always super cool toward me. But the land, I just wanted to go home, bro. They're doing the same thing to BJ Penn. They removed him from his home. They're acting as if they are above the law out there because they're so far removed. They might as well be Puerto Rico out there. We don't know what's going on. He made in his video, he had to point. It was like half a football field to a football field away. He had to point to his house, his childhood home. And the point I was getting to, most UFC fighters, they come, they experience their fame and fortune And they move. They buy big houses, Lamborghinis and all that. He stayed home. BJ Penn was pointing back at that house. He says, that's my childhood home. That's the home I was raised in. I grew up there. And instead of leaving, instead of abandoning the island, instead of turning my back and going and getting a home in the Palisades, he stayed there and kept pouring that money back into his family. For what? For them to just go and get cloned out and turn their backs on him too. That's aside the point right now though. That's his home. Nothing luxurious about it. It's just sentiment, sentimental value, emotions, just being grounded. Part of his history. They removed him from his home and they basically have him in a concentration camp right now. Watch the video. They put him in this crazy tiny little studio type of thing. They took him out of his home, said, you stay here now. You can't go back toward your house or we're going to arrest you. You know what's over there in that house? Besides all of his possessions and everything he's ever owned? His dogs. They won't even let him go get his dogs. What kind of animals? Whatever they're holding against them, however mad they are, whatever they're trying to pin on him, why do you got to separate a dude from his animals? How does that benefit the situation? Hawaii City is USA. Well, I don't know where Hawaii City is. Is that in like New Mexico? If it's in Hawaii, it's its own country. They're out there in the wild, wild west mistreating him. He's a Hall of Famer. Does anyone even know if when Dana White forced him to stop fighting, he ended his run before his contract was even up? Did he even pay him? As far as I'm aware, that has never been made public. I don't know if Dana White ever paid him out. But he took the opportunity when BJ Penn started getting in these different fights. He's like, he's done. He's not fighting for the UFC anymore. We're getting him out of his contract. Did they pay him? Because there's other people. Does what anything BJ Penn has ever done, does it compare to anything Conor McGregor's ever done? Because Conor McGregor still has fights on his contract that it looks like they want him to honor before they let him go fight Mike Perry and BKFC. Does anything BJ Penn has ever done compare to anything that John Jones has ever done? Because even though it looks like they're not counting on him to fight at the White House, they still want him to fight. They let him stick around for 2 years? That's how bad they wanted John Jones to keep fighting after everything that he's ever done. Does anything BJ Penn has ever done even compare to those two dudes? So don't be all soft telling me, well, he can't be fighting civilians. That makes sense. That Dana White will let him out of the contract early. That's completely fair. Dana White's within his rights to do that. Well, then it's got to be across the board. BJ Penn is a Hall of Famer. He helped make MMA what it is today. Multiple division champion. Money Moicano didn't want that money. Send that money to BJ Penn. If you and Hunter Campbell are like, hey, fool, take the money, it's the same. It's going to get allocated anyway. It doesn't matter. We got to pay it out anyway. Then give it to the prodigy. Help him get his dogs back. And it's not just taking Brendan Schaub's word for it. We know this. You could listen to Brendan Schaub. You could listen to the Nauk boys. You could listen to his mistress. Dana White is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on the daily, on the semi-daily at least, just slapping it down gambling. You don't think he could send some of that? He could slide some of that over? You don't think he could Venmo? He could Zelle? He could Cash App? You don't think he could help the prodigy just to get back to his home? He's not asking for a private jet. He's not asking for equity in the company. He's asking for his perros. I appreciate that you could do it for Ben Askren. I appreciate that you could do it for Ben Askren, Dana White. And you were hush-hush about it. You weren't out there bragging about it. We got a man in another dire type of situation. He's a dead man walking. They're taking his life away from him. They already took his family. And what's their means? What's their justification? That he has crabgrass? Have you seen the reason? I urge you, go Google it right now. I was trying to find out what is happening exactly with BJ Penn. Why are they doing what they're doing? Because I've been hearing for months and months, for years, that he's losing different things. He's in legal problems, financial problems. Why? I looked it up. Crabgrass syndrome. Crabgrass. They took him, they uprooted him from his home. They removed him from his house because he had crabgrass? Google it. Do not take my word for it. Now, I understand not paying your bills. I understand illegal activity. I understand not paying your taxes. But crabgrass? Now, I don't know what kind of weird HOA laws they enforce in Hawaii. But crabgrass? That's government overreach. And that wouldn't fly around these parts. That kind of money means absolutely nothing to Dana White. That could be a tax write-off. He could call it charity. And it's a tax write-off. He could call it a performance bonus. The performance of a lifetime. That's what BJ Penn put on for the UFC. The performance of a lifetime. Just write it off as a performance bonus. Dana White. If you don't mind your lawn, you lose your home. BJ Penn's family said, I can't let you get close. You guys are savages. You guys are savages. Law don't go around here, law dog. Bro. So he has crabs in his grass. Crabgrass syndrome. Look up what happened to BJ Penn. What's wrong with BJ Penn? Crabgrass syndrome. If Dana did help, he would be in the situation in a few years. How dare you? How dare you? I've told you before, it's propaganda. The narrative is that BJ Penn is saying that his family are a bunch of clones. But nobody is considering the angle that maybe they made BJ Penn into a clone to make him look foolish, to blame it on CTE, and to take MMA as a whole down. What's up, Adam? It's all good. I'm an accountant and people misuse tax write-offs. Well, I think Dana White, if you're going to misuse, I'm sure you're misusing it anyway, Dana White. At least misuse it for a good purpose. Whoa. I'm telling you. They're trying to make him look crazy. They're trying to make him look crazy. He looks crazy. And I don't think they have I don't even know if they have Wi-Fi in Hawaii. I don't know if they have Wi-Fi. I was told a while back that whenever they want to upload stuff, whenever Hawaiians want to upload stuff, they have to send someone with a flash drive to the main island, to America. Every time they want to upload something, they have to send someone on a canoe. And then when it gets to the mainland, when it gets to the actual United States, they have to upload it from there. With the really crazy. Grandmaster, I don't think you really understand what tax write-off really means. I do understand. I do it all the time. If you want to pay money to something, you write on a note, this is for charity. And then you don't ever have to, then they pay you back at the end of the year. Clean. I've been doing that for like 10 years. And I don't think I'm ever going to have any potential issues in the future that are going to mess me up and everything come crumbling down. I don't think that's possible. I've gone many, many years writing, this is for charity, and also the
Thanks for the sub.
The term IOU. And I've never had anything catch up with me. I feel very confident. Thank you for the subscription. That's how it works. I'm pretty sure you put a note, you say this is for charity, and then at the end of the year, they compensate you for that because you were a good-hearted person, right? Can you imagine how many people ask him for money? I could confirm I am the canoe. I heard BJ is the one that started those fires in Hawaii, so boom, boom. I'm telling you. He doesn't change his story. Think about, wow. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't ever watch the news. I don't get all political. I don't care about that kind of stuff because it'll drive you crazy. And it's engineered to do that. And I know a lot of people like to elevate themselves and they find a lot of purpose behind all this news and articles and regurgitating all these things at the water cooler. But it's engineered to make us do that. It's all distractions. But think about like the Epstein stuff that everyone's talking about lately. Think about the JFK assassination. Think about the moon landing. Think about the coronavirus. Think about 9/11. Think about Paul McCartney and the clone. Oh, you forgot about that one, right? Paul McCartney died in the mid-60s. You forgot about that, right? Band on the run. Band on the run. We're so sorry. Uncle Albert. Yeah, I don't even know who that was. Because it definitely wasn't yesterday. All my troubles seem so far. Who the heck? We're so sorry. Uncle Albert. That ain't Paul McCartney. You forgot they've been using clones. They've been using MK Ultra. You forget that these things get shoved down our throats and we start to poke holes in it. And we start to realize we need to look into these things and how ridiculous they are and how unbelievably shameless they are in trying to push these narratives on us. But we forget about that when it comes to people like BJ Penn. There's no way that there could be any clones. There's no way that they could be trying to destroy his life. You already know like what they're doing with the fires. They're trying to take up big significant property. They're trying to own different patches of land. You don't think it makes sense that they would want this UFC Hall of Famer's house? Now, it's not a big 10,000 square foot mansion, but it's not a little shack either. If they're going to burn up entire villages to take control of the land, you don't think they're going to try to take 2-division champion Hall of Famer, the Prodigy's house? That's crazy, right? That's crazy. You better get on Amazon and order a new 20-pack of face masks. Darinto, don't go too deep into the truth, JM. They might silence you. I'm telling you. People are too afraid to talk about it. And they want to act like BJ Penn's crazy. Every time people are making fun of BJ Penn, making memes about him, acting like he's crazy, all I'm hearing is, bah! Put on the news. Tell me what to think. Bah! Of course, it's impossible that anything that he's saying could possibly be true. Dude can't even go back home. He can't even feed his dog. Actually funny, people think they stopped these operations in the 60s and 70s. They just got better. Absolutely. Absolutely. You already know the government does some freaky stuff. You don't think the government was behind the Diddy parties? You don't think they're still running these operations today? You know how they're running these operations? You know how they're conducting them today? They're in our food. They're in our food. They're in our microwaves. They're in our radiation. They're in our food dye. We are the great experiment. We are the guinea pigs. It's in our toothpaste. It's in the fluoride. And I'm not falling for it. I haven't brushed my teeth in 2 months. I floss. I even gargle. I gargle a little bit. Straight water. But I ain't gonna brush my teeth. You know that's a modern thing, right? The ancients didn't do that. You think Galileo was brushing his teeth? That's a new thing. Because they're like, what are we going to do with all this fluoride? I know. We're going to shove it down their throats. We're going to mess with their cortisol. We're going to infiltrate all of those males with estrogen. We're going to make our males effeminate. We're going to make them sterile. We need to control the population. There's too many people. We need to make all these chicks start lifting weights. And we need to make the dudes effeminate. We need to make them look like those K-pop dudes. All because you thought you had to brush your teeth. You think anybody cares? You think anybody cares? No one's smelling your breath, homie. Don't flatter yourself. It's peer pressure. Every time you stare at yourself in the mirror and you're brushing your teeth, that's peer pressure. That's no backbone. It's propaganda. And up until now, you didn't know. It wasn't your fault because you were born into this culture, into this society that has normalized toothpaste. You think Alexander the Great even knew what toothpaste was? Nah. Chale. I don't even think Einstein knew what toothpaste was. Telling you. It's like none of you fools have ever read the Georgia Guidestones. It is absolutely their intention to eliminate us, to cut our numbers down. How do you think they're going to do that? Are we going to do it ourselves? Maybe. Maybe. because they're pumping it right into our veins, right into our bloodstream. The effeminization of American males has begun, and it is American. You look at these other countries, and they're different. These males move differently. It's America. They're coming after us. We're under attack. The process has begun. They're trying to turn every single one of us into Pedro Pascal. They're trying to turn us into lady men. That's the goal. I went to the movie theaters a week ago. There were 6 movies in the theaters. 6 starring Pedro Pascal. 6 of them. You know how many movie premieres that means? You know how many how many interviews that means? You know how many ladies that fool's gonna be touching? I thought he didn't like ladies. Fool touches more ladies than an OBGYN. Pedro Pascal clones are working overtime this year, I'm telling you. Thank you, Guru says. Yes, I would appreciate it very much if you would like to stream. I want to say thank you to hold up. This is gonna drive me crazy. I want to make sure I shout this person out. Corey Johnson, I don't know if you're here right now, but Corey Johnson just gave me a $5 super chat. That's always next level right there. When someone gives a super chat in a random video, we're not even live, that's crazy. Someone just gave a $5 super chat to the Chale Sunning clip I uploaded a little bit ago. Corey Johnson, I appreciate that. And then someone else just donated to the PayPal right now. I want to be sure to shout them out. Steven Brock, I want to say thank you. He just slapped down 5. He got 5 on it. Thank you, Steven Brock. I appreciate you. I want to make sure I'm seeing this correctly. Thank you, Steven Brock. People like you keep this show going. The Mexican martial arts is supported by viewers like you, Steven Brock. Pascal Benzesti. Did you see that clip where he was touching that dude's, the Green Goblin, what's his name? He was touching his lady's face. He was like this on her face. And then the dude squared up on him. He's like, what? He starts going like this with his wrist. He's like, it's okay because, you know. He starts going like this. And the dude was like, he was gonna lay that fool out. Denver Airport. I grew up a couple miles from there, next to where the tunnels lead to. Used to be weapons testing ground. You wouldn't believe the things we seen. Oh, bro, you got to start a YouTube channel. You got to let us know. Remember, boys, eat your steak, work out. Don't. That's what's up. That's what's up. What is Reindeer Riders' chances tomorrow, Grandmaster? They're very good. They're very good. Robert Whitaker hit his peak when he stole the fight from El Mero Mero. When he ripped him off, when he highway robbed him, Robert Whitaker, that was his peak right there. And it was a paper peak, a paper champ peak. And I feel bad because he seems like a good dude. But, they lie where they lie. I can't boost him up just because he's a nice guy, I appreciate you, Herb Green. What's the difference between... What's up with James Franco? What's the difference between Pedro Pascal and Harvey Weinstein? Narrative. He has anxiety, so it's okay. Yeah. It's my anxiety. That's what all the ladies sing. Pedro's anxiety. That's why he's touching me. Pedro's anxiety is why he's groping me. That fool's a cochino. He was like those dudes in high school. They act like he's a certain way so that he could change with the girls and stuff like that, before the dance. That's all he's trying to do. William the Fool. That's what he said. He said, hey, you think I'm William the Fool or what? He touches more ladies than a Taylor Swift album. Did Pedro Pascal sacrifice his brother to become famous? His brother's the one that went through changes. Changes. Cut your body parts. That's that one, right? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. That's how it works, right? That ain't the ruthless, Grandmaster. If you was a clone, would you tell us? Of course I would. Leon Enriquez! But Grandmaster, the problem is not that Pascal is effeminate, but that his initials are Pee-Pee. We must stand secure in front of it. Hey, Pee-Pee. Bro, imagine. Every time he sends a text to one of these ladies, he's like, love, Pee-Pee. Hey, it's me, Pee-Pee. He probably makes everyone call him Pee-Pee. And I bet you he's the kind of dude, he seems like the kind of dude that would talk about himself in the third person, When he's talking with these ladies, he's like, hey, come here. Come closer to Pee-Pee. You know Pee-Pee loves you. Hey, let Pee-Pee hold your hand. Let Pee-Pee caress your forearm. You don't like Pee-Pee? I know you like Pee-Pee. You like it when Pee-Pee touches you, huh? You know I'm in 6 movies in the theaters right now, right? Right? Are you proud of Pee-Pee? Pee-Pee long stocking. I'm telling you, bro, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, Leon. Mr. Pee-Pee. Tom Hanks said it's just Harvey being Harvey. Did he really say that? Glyphosate ridden, bro. Glyphosate. I need to look out for that. Is that in soda? Because I drink a lot of soda. I don't drink alcohol, but I drink a lot of soda. I drink so much soda that I've had people tell me it'd be better for you if you drank alcohol. James Dillon. Oh man. Bro. Jesse as a clone, his name is Chale Sonny. Yeah, those clips are crazy. He has it's gotten to the point where he gets so much into these people's heads that they're groping him back. He figured out the ultimate hack. The ultimate hack. He figured it out to the point where he has ladies groping him. He gave him the reverse Uno. He's got married ladies groping him. And then they go home and the husband's like, hey, Do you have anxiety too? I thought Pedro had anxiety. Is it contagious? Did you have like sympathy anxiety? Like when they get sympathy pains, or like what's happening? Oh, you're just a floozy. Old Dirty Berg, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing that. I was starting to feel a little bit crazy. You think glyphosate is Roundup? Wait a minute, they put that stuff in Roundup? No way. I'm drinking Roundup? Bro, at least I'm not going to be growing any spinas inside of me, I guess. So those fools are just trying to get me to drink. All right, I get it now. Water and black coffee, that's the way. I drink a lot of that. And the only reason is to deter from drinking too much soda, because I hate water and black coffee. But I drink both of those a lot now. Ooh. You're scaring me, Herb Green. I need to relax. I need to chill out. Stockholm Syndrome. They buy his pee-pee lies. Touch me, I have anxiety. What if he says that? Nah, I'm not going to say it. MMA Joey said he'd be down to collab, ese. I don't know if that's true. I like him a lot, though. But I know he's a lot like me as far as some people are like really, really, really like collab hungry. And he doesn't seem like that at all, like me. So I'm kind of hesitant to believe that he would actually say that. But if he did, that would be cool, because I actually like that dude. GM, you and Joey gonna click. You both try to stick to objectivity. Yeah, so look, I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I knew about MMA Joey a couple years ago, because I always tell you guys, I don't really watch MMA channels because I get sick of it. I spend so much time on my own in the MMA world. When I'm not doing my thing, I just want to go watch the White Files, you know? I want to go watch Mr. Ballin. You know, I just want to go decompress. And the only thing I knew about him was that for some reason, like, the MMA guru hated him and they were like beefing or something. And I was like, why? What happened? But I just like never dug into it. And then I kind of just forgot about it. I went on my hiatus. Then I came back, started getting MMA back into my algorithm. That dude's videos pop up. I click on a couple and I'm like, you know what? This dude's takes are like extremely similar to mine. Like constantly, like very similar. And I would hear him saying like, yeah, the MMA community hates me. Other creators don't like me. And I was like, why wouldn't anybody like this dude? I don't understand. He's like one of the most one of the likable people as far as I'm confirmed. So when I was seeing that, I was like, I don't understand. What did I miss? Why? What do people have? And then I commented. I brought him up when I did a collab with Jesse on Fire. And I shouted him out because I was saying something that I felt that I heard MMA Joey say first. And I was like, I'm not going to be like Charlie Sonnen. I'm going to go out of my way to mention, yes, I feel this way, but I actually heard MMA Joey say this first. So I'm going to shout him out and say he already said this, but I'm saying this as well. And I saw at least a couple people, oh, MMA Joey this and that. And I was like, articulate, please, articulate. I don't get it. It must be like blind, ignorant, immature type of hatred that has like no backing whatsoever. Like it doesn't make sense to me, because like the other day when I was painting and I was doing a bunch of stuff to get the pad ready for what we've been doing, I've been listening. I'll hop on an MMA Joey stream and I'll just listen. I'll just be like, I'll just stalk the stream, you know? And I'll just be listening for like 2 hours. And I'm just laughing my head off. The dude's hilarious. And I love his takes. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know how anybody could not like it. I don't understand it. See, like 5G Trevor says, nah, Joey, I sorry to say, nah. Please articulate. Because I watch his channel and I'm ridiculously entertained. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm not trying to start beef. I'm not trying to say you're wrong, you're dumb. I'm just like, please articulate because I don't get it. It's like if you eat super fresh, amazing, unbelievable, salty McDonald's fries and someone's like, oh, those are nasty. And I'm like, excuse me. You're objectively incorrect, but please elaborate. What could you possibly mean? Rashad, probably like another 30 minutes max. Probably not even that. I'm going to have to get out of here pretty soon. It's good to see you, bro. I hope you're doing good. You're killing me, James Dillon. Yeah, glyphosate is Roundup and it doesn't end up in your tap. But PFAS are there too and they never process out of your body like other. Dang. Hey, Lotus, that's cool. That's what's up. Exactly the Britney Spears treatment, I'm telling you. They get these people, these celebrities under a certain type of control. And if they feel like they're getting out of it, it's just like they did with Tupac. It's just like they did with Michael Jackson. If they feel like they're getting too, it's just like they did with Bill Cosby. Oh, yeah, I said it. It's the same thing they did with Bill Cosby. Are you kidding me? You don't think that you don't think that the other celebrities of the time were doing the same thing that Bill Cosby was doing? I'm not saying that it's correct. I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm not saying that I champion this idea, that it's amazing and it's beautiful what he was doing. But do you think that he was the only one that was doing it? But you know what he was? He was the one telling all the young black rappers, hey, pull your pants up. Stop acting like that. Stop talking like that. Stop using those curse words. But I said, pull your pants up. And you better get some good grades. They didn't like hearing that. They didn't like hearing that because that's not the agenda. They wanted Lil Nas X to come in and be able to do his thing. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine what Bill Cosby would have had to say about Lil Nas X if they wouldn't have deplatformed him and silenced him and canceled him in time? Could you imagine the kind of commentary that Bill Cosby would have had for Lil Nas X? Everybody was doing the same thing that Bill Cosby was doing around that time. The dudes knew it. The dudes were doing it. The ladies knew it. That was how they partied. That was how they got down. Everybody was complicit. They knew exactly what they were doing. It's like the people at the Diddy parties. They knew what they were there for. They knew what they were signing the waivers for. They knew what they came in. You know how people come into a party like with the wine bottle? They were coming in with bottles of oil. They knew exactly what they were doing. But then after it all falls apart, they want to come up there and be a witness. They want to come up there and testify. They want to come up there and shut them down. They knew exactly what they were doing. They took down Bill Cosby because he was no longer playing. He was no longer going along with the agenda. He was speaking up too much. He got too old. His mind started wandering. He started stepping out of line. He started going off the script. Oh man. Hold up, I'm trying to catch up on the chat right now. I talked about Sean Strickland yesterday, Carlos. Kirkland. His nickname is Kirkland. It's a long story. You can watch the stream from yesterday, try to catch up a little bit. I did timestamp it. I was talking about Sean Strickland yesterday. Long story short, it doesn't even matter that he's suspended, because even when he does the Bruce Lee style, but he does it incorrectly. The art of fighting without fighting. When he actually has a fight, a sanctioned fight that he's getting paid for, he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't fight anyway. So him not being able to fight means absolutely nothing. He could still do the kind of fights that he actually does enthusiastically if he wants to fight a social media influencer in his gym. Those are the kind of fights that he actually shows up for. So it means nothing. It means nothing at all. However, I think it is dangerous. It is dangerous for the world as a whole to have Sean Strickland suspended from the sport, because he is definitely that, and I use the term carefully, school shooter type of person. Sean Strickland is the type of dude that if you don't allow him to have that legal outlet in the cage, he's going to use that. He's going to direct that aggression elsewhere. He's going to take it out in a venue and in a manner in which he absolutely shouldn't. I saw earlier today in the comment section, some people are the one, they're thinking that Sean Strickland is possibly the one that set Conor McGregor's pub on fire. The dude is acting out. He needs an outlet. He needs a social media influencer to fight, and fast. Hey, MMA Joey! Hey, it's the man himself. It's the man himself. I was doubting right now. I thought you guys were playing with me. It's the man himself. Respect. Much respect. Thanks for the shout out, bro. I appreciate you. See? That's what I'm talking about right there. This is a good dude. I'm tired of the propaganda. I'm tired of the hate. It doesn't make any sense. Articulate, please. Articulate. If you have a problem with someone, I need you to write me 500 characters or more what your problem is, because it doesn't make any sense. You know I've been having issues with the pad. I've been doing some DIY projects. I've been painting. I've been renovating. I've been making multiple storage trips. I've been binging this dude's streams, and I like what I hear. Objectivity, truth, fair analysis, hilarity. Thank you, MMA Joey. One of the very few good ones out there. My fellow shadow band brother. They say Joey is a woke cancel culture NPC, but I never watched him. Guru Sis, I'm glad you said this so that I can respond and let you know that is straight propaganda. And it's beautiful the way that you worded that, because the way that my beanie was able to frame and decipher that, woke cancel culture NPC. You know what they mean by that? Why they would use terms like woke and cancel culture? That is a complainer's way of saying, I didn't like what he said about my favorite fighter. He's thinking about it too much. I don't like when he overthinks. He's supposed to go with the popular narrative. I don't like this. He's being too insightful. He's being too objective. He's throwing too many facts. It's hurting my brain. I don't like it. And he's holding this fighter's feet to the fire. He's saying that they shouldn't be able to do this and they should do that, and they should have to fight this person first, and that's not canceling somebody. It's not canceling Ilia Tapuera to call him out that he's being a duck. If people are going to be criticizing John Jones saying duck, you can't let Ilia Tapuera off the hook. It's the same thing. He's a clone. We're talking about clones. We're talking about BJ Penn. This is a clone. Ilia Tapuera is a John Jones clone. Ilia Tapuera is John Jones from the belt down. It's the same thing. Ilia is out here duck. Goose on Patty. Goose, well, we've seen Patty's fights. Of course he's calling out Patty. I'd call out Patty too. If I wanted to take the easy route, if I wanted to make the biggest paycheck in the easiest way there.
Thanks for the sub.
I appreciate it. Armand is the narrow gate. Armand's that narrow gate. I don't get it either. It's like people don't know a good thing when they see it. It makes sense to me that the best MMA channels are shadow banned. Because the darkness hates the light. Hold up. I'm way behind on the chat. Way behind on the chat. Sean Kirkland. I'm telling you. I'm out here representing the rash guard. But you got to remember, the Mexican martial arts ain't about color. It's the way you think and the way you live. You and Joey should start a gaming channel. I was actually watching the stream. I was listening to the stream tonight where he was talking about starting this gaming channel. I was painting my the patio. I think that was that night. There's this one dude. It cracks me up. There's this one dude that always comes into the chat and throws down money. And then him and Joey just start threatening each other the whole time. And Joey's like... for like 20 minutes, he'll just be like, I will lay you out. I forgot it. I think it's like Optimus something. It's hilarious. He just, like, for 30 minutes, he's like, I will dog walk you. That dude came in and dropped like $100. And he had to stay like an hour later or something. I was listening to that stream. GM is the best of the bunch of MMA commentary entertainment comes from a place outside. I appreciate that, Empty. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Literally just saw this on Reddit. Come over to YouTube and there is this. Oh, the BJ Penn thing? Gotta admit, I'm glad Joey found a supporter. Everyone hates on the dude after a while, feels mean. It makes the... After I finally stopped and watched some of his videos, it absolutely makes sense to me why they're hating. Because people like to run in circles. They like to beat around the bush. They like to stretch out and extend clickbait drama and articles, and everyone dances around the truth. No one wants to just give it to you straight. Because the truth hurts. I say it all the time. People like their ears tickled. And when you have someone that's just laying the truth out for you because facts don't care about your feelings, people get mad. People get mad because they want to be catered and baby to, and they want you to hold your hand. But some people aren't interested in what you want to hear. They just want to tell you the truth. Hey, for those of you showing up saying that me and MMA Joey should collab, I agree. I love that dude's channel. I like him a lot. I like it a lot. So yeah, I'm down. I saw him pop in here a little bit ago. And I'm honored. I think he's a good dude. So that'll be very exciting. Let's do it! MMA Joey is my favorite Joey. My second favorite Joey is the one that goes, How you doing? And my third favorite Joey is the one that goes, whoa, whoa. If we get tired of calling him Ariel Hawini, first of all, I would never get tired of calling him Ariel Hawini, a.k.a. Pedro Pascal, a.k.a. Pipi. You could call him MMA Jew. I got a second favorite YouTube channel. Big ups. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I appreciate it. I love that you're doing stuff with Jesse on Fire. I do as well. See, and I brought this up a while ago because I've noticed over the years when different content creators come up, people are like, oh, don't ever do anything with them. I don't like that channel. I don't like this channel. And there's such division in the MMA community in regard to the different YouTube channels. And I don't know why. I don't know why that exists. I don't know why why can't we all just get along? I don't understand why there has to be that animosity. I got much love for Jesse on Fire. That dude is very supportive, very helpful, very cool dude. He's been very cool to me. So I'm glad to be doing stuff with him as well. Blossom Joy from That's What's Up. That's What's Up. That's the one. Whoa. Who should I put money on? Rob versus RDR. You're playing right. Bo Nico got ran over by a reindeer. It's RDR. You already know what it is. Robert Whitaker peaked when he stole that fight from El Mero Mero that El Mero Mero actually won. That's what's up. Roro Noah Zorro, unifying MMA YouTube, bringing the MMA channels together. Charles Sonin's gonna come out saying that MMA Joey is his favorite Joey tomorrow. Oh man. The animosity exists because the same opinion can make content for months. It's the easy way out. Yeah. I mean, man, there's a lot of that in this community. Unfortunately, you gotta just drag stuff out sometimes because this news just drags on. And sometimes there's these lulls with nothing happening, nothing to talk about. And it's not the viewers' faults. People just need to learn how to be more creative, I guess. I was just talking about that with someone else earlier today, Philip. Evolution pushed survival of the fittest. But the only way we will get anywhere is by working together. I was talking with someone about that earlier, and I was talking specifically about Columbine. I was like, you know what was really behind that? It was their worldview. It was their worldview that fueled that because they thought we were all just animals anyway. They thought we were just accidents. And then none of this means anything. That there is no objectivity, that there is no creator, that our life is not valuable. They thought we were just animals here by accident. That was what fueled. It's just like killing a cockroach. Doesn't matter. Survival of the fittest. Flexual tension. Chale Sonito. I don't want to be a hater, but the one I can't stand is Lucas Tracy. And this is no disrespect. No disrespect. I don't think I've ever actually watched a Lucas Tracy video. I've seen clips of him because I've seen other YouTubers reference him or talk about him. I don't think I've ever actually watched a video. Which again is no disrespect to him because I've said it a lot. I try to stay away from consuming too much MMA YouTube because it's overkill. I see too much of it. But maybe I should check it out. Snipey McSended, your eyebrows match your mustache, Grandmaster. Respect. Hey. Hey. I appreciate you, Snipey McSended. Hating fighters that are the most exciting the sport's ever seen isn't considered an MMA fan. That's what MMA Joey is. You also still believe that Arman is being ducked? Dana is making him dance for it. Devin, I understand what you're saying. I believe what you're saying is that you don't think people who talk about YouTube should disagree with the most exciting fights. I think what you're saying is, this is crazy. Why are you trying to discourage the most exciting fights? Because maybe you think Ilya versus Paddy would be more exciting than just like the thought of Ilya and Arman rolling around for 25 minutes. That I understand. But I also understand MMA Joey's perspective, where he's speaking from the point of view of, hey everybody that was crying for who knows how long about John Jones and Aspinall and not wanting to fight him and ducking him because maybe he didn't like the matchup, and then not at all holding it. Like, when you're a MMA talking beanie, when you're a talking head and you just got a point that you really got to drive home, and I experience it in here with my own chat all the time. Sometimes you have to use the most graphic, exaggerated illustrations to just try your absolute best to really drive a point home, because it seems like people just aren't getting it. So I could see him getting amped up, revved up, and really just getting super enthusiastic about trying to drive a point home, because maybe it seems like people aren't grasping it, which could sometimes, like I do that myself. Sometimes I go super hard on something. Like when I was doing it with Ilya Tapuera. When I was saying the thought of this being the best 3-fight win streak ever, I thought it was so disturbingly ridiculous. And the way I was talking about how all these fighters were way past their prime had everyone thinking I was a hater. And I had so many people mad at me because of that. So that's why I understand what MMA Joey does. He could get so into the point and presenting that it makes people who like the fighter that he's talking about get upset. But I completely understand what you're saying as well. Both things could exist. I believe you're correct as far as we want the most exciting fights. We buy pay-per-views to see exciting fights. I see that point of view and I see his point of view. Well, then what are the rankings for? What's the point of this then? Why is he going to be the number one contender or whatever? He's not going to. Why is Ilya Tapuera acting like he missed weight against him? He did it against Makhachev. Why is he acting like he's like that was a personal offense? It had nothing to do with him. And then I heard Ilya Tapuera telling the Nauk boys, oh, it wasn't his back, it was a weight thing. Because last time I was trying to cut weight, my back hurt. What? You can't be coming at the dude like that with your funky anecdotal evidence. Oh yeah, it wasn't really his back. It was a weight cut thing. Because one time when I was cutting weight, my back hurt. So I know it was about his weight. It's some of the most petty sounding, ridiculous stuff. El Mero Mero never lost a fight convincingly. I agree. He was the people's champ. El Mero Mero was the people's champion. And he defeated Robert Whittaker. Whatever happened to that show you were supposed to do with Jesse on Fire? They're on his channel. Go scope out his channel. We did one on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Was it? We did one on Wednesday. It was live. And then we did one like a week or two before that. We actually did 2 of them. Go scope them out. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Support it. Um, Lucas Tracy is peak MMA garbage content. Why don't you like him? I gotta check him out. Shout out Casual Take MMA. I gotta go check out that channel. Hey, I appreciate you being here, Beto. Every day I have every intention of streaming earlier, and it just gets dragged out. So many things go on. I'm only gonna be here for again, because I'm looking at the time here, 10 minutes max. It might be more like 2 minutes. 10 minutes max. I'm gonna have to dip. But I appreciate you being here. Did you watch Happy Gilmore 2? No, because I don't have Netflix anymore. I was super excited the other night when I realized Happy Gilmore was going live, and then I was like, oh snap, I don't have Netflix anymore. So I'm gonna have to wait that one out. But I absolutely love Adam Sandler movies and Happy Gilmore. Snipey McSendit, love them three. Are you talking about me, MMA Joey, and Lucas Tracy? Who are you talking about? Hold up. Snipey McSendit is MMA Guru F. Did it really make you put a space? It doesn't let you say that. Is MMA Guru a FAT, a FA-T person? I don't think so. I've seen some visuals, some images of him where he looks pretty swole. He looks like he works out quite a bit, actually. I think he's got a very dense beard, and I think that could be misleading. A lot of times too, camera angles and lighting could make or break you. I'm telling you, sometimes certain camera angles, I look crazy, man, and then other ones I look like anorexic. It just depends on it depends on so much. But he looks pretty swole, actually. You should know by now how Dana punishes fighters for ruining events, brother. The game Ilya's playing right now is just taunting because he got told Arman ain't getting the shot. Also, to assume that I'm some Neanderthal that gives a about Paddy, who's done nothing impressive his career, should be able to fight for the title is disrespect. So that is respectable. Hey, that's what's up. He says you wanted 500 characters. There it is. No, that is respectable right there, because, and I have to admit, there is a part of me where I could understand wanting to see the Ilya and Paddy fight, because I just dislike Paddy so much, and I would just like to see those dudes slug it out. And I definitely don't think by any means that it would be a technical match, that it would be a chess match, that it would be the most strategic thing ever. I just want to see those dudes slug it out. But does he deserve it? Absolutely not. So it is a relief to hear you say that, to kind of understand more where your thinking is. Especially, thinking in depth enough to realize that there's layers to things. Like, of course, Dana White has to do with more of this than people like to acknowledge. Because we see, the real stars, the fighters, the entertainers, and we think it's all about them, but we forget about Vince McMahon behind the curtain, who's the one that's really writing the script, which in this case is Dana White. And we know that Dana White was already irritated with them. We've seen a couple events ago how Dana was acting about Arman, and how he's not in a very favorable position with him right now. And we don't have all the details. We don't know 100% in regard to, was it just a back thing? Was it a weight thing? Was it a little of both? Was one thing related to another? Either way, Dana looked like he does not like that guy. He just doesn't like him. So there is something there. There is something to that. And he definitely could be getting punished. And And Ilya seems like a guy that definitely knows what he wants, and he wants to get it in a hurry, and he doesn't want to be fighting late into his life. And maybe he will be willing to play the game a little bit and be a little bit of a company man to get exactly what he wants. And if he knows Dana's narrative and if it works in his favor, I could see him going along with it. GM, thanks for being back. Content makes my day. Love to see your takes, bringing some truth back to the MMA equation. Much love to your family and the dog. Thank you, Adam. Thank you very much. The dog was very excited to be a part. Very excited to be a part of the video. I showed her, and it seemed like it kind of registered. GM, that tragedy you were talking about happened on the day of my birth. The tragedy. What tragedy was I talking about? The tragedy you were talking about happened on the day of my birth. Are you talking about the moon landing? Or the day that Charles Son stole my content? GM comes through with the thickness. Get down with the thickness. Come on down with the thickness. Has Ilya ever been in a grapple heavy fight before? Oh man, I feel like maybe one of his super. I mean, I think the easy answer is no. Does someone want to chime in here? I think the easy answer is no, but I felt like in his first or second fight, there was a little, like, I feel like there was more of it than we've ever seen since then. I can't remember which one. It was somewhere super early, I thought. But like grapple heavy, I don't think so. It just kind of felt like it compared to what we've been seeing lately. But I don't believe so. But it is weird, and I do have to acknowledge, just in the interest of fairness and consistency and objectivity, people seem to always only focus on his boxing, on his hands. And Ilya started grappling since he was very, very, very young, and he did grappling for many years. And apparently, as far as what he told Joe Rogan, he didn't even start boxing until he was 17. I think he was grappling since he was like 5 or something like that. Just grappling, judo, MMA, just grappling. And then didn't even start boxing and striking till way later. And then when you see him training and then that crazy, and I know it was just one of the Nauk boys, but still, with the fluidity in which he did it with, he did some crazy grappling move the other day where it's like, bro, this fool's put hours in. He's put hours in, so he knows how to grapple. Oh, that thing. That's when it was. Oh, snap. On your birthday, bro. Bro, that's crazy. Man. Well, I know it's late. I always have every intention of starting these earlier because I don't like to keep you guys too late. Plus, the event's early tomorrow. I believe it starts at like 9 a.m. So I'm going to try to go to sleep at a reasonable time tonight so I could actually wake up. It will be a miracle. It will be a miracle if I could start streaming by the first fight. I'm going to try my best. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for your contributions, for the laughter, for spending some time chopping it up with me here. I know it's late. I appreciate all of you. Just please remember, if you come across my channels on the algorithms, you already know what the algorithm likes. If you decide to click on any videos, by the way, please don't click on my videos if you're not going to watch the whole thing, because YouTube will bury me. They don't like when you don't watch a whole video, apparently. So if you decide to watch a video, please click on all the stuff. Like, comment, share. I hate to ask for it, but apparently it's super necessary. I'm gonna float that river in Sanger. Dang, that's what's up. Hey, be careful, bro. Be careful. Be careful. Absolutely, Jordan. Thank you for being here. Jamaican bobsled team. We have a Jamaican bobsled team. Be safe out there. I will be streaming the event tomorrow morning. I hope to see you there. I might be a little bit cranky because I'm not a morning person, but I will have my green tea matcha lemonade in hand. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial